I'm
you
okay
are.
now.
Hi.
You know, I talked to the contestants the other day, and I spoke to them about, you know, what they wanted for their final performance. You guys have coached them really well all season to get them to this point, but what special did you do for the finale? Was it maybe song choice or some special encouragement? If each of you could talk about, you know, which are the artists that you're bringing to the finale, that would be great.
Well, I think whenever you're thinking about what you want to do for the finale, you're thinking about something that feels up to that moment, that feels urgent, that feels like it's a great final statement. And so there was a lot of thought going, coming from us to the artist and coming back to us from the artist about what the final song should be. Cam West is a huge Prince fan, and his dream list from the very beginning of his time on The Voice included really wanting to do Purple Rain. And when he told our music folks that, they're like, Prince's folks never hear that. It's impossible. There's no way. And as we discussed on the show, we were able to convince the state to approve that for Cam West. And it's such a beautiful moment for him because he's such a huge fan of Prince. And it was really magical for him to do this for the finale. What is going on with you, Blake? You're pointing the wrong way.
What's happening with you?
Oh God.
No, I just got,
Well, I'll talk about my
emotional with your response. I just got emotional.
Oh, stop it.
No, Purple Rain was awesome. I'll tell you, Micah, you know, I always let my artists have, you know, a lot of the reins every time they're, you know, in season that I've run here because I've been them and I like having, you know, it's your one chance. So I don't want to, you know, get in the way of that or something they feel really passionate about. So I will say though, on this season, I've given a lot of the reins, you know, because it's like, it had to be done so far in advance. Like every time we did a week, it was like a week and a half in advance of when it actually was going to air. So, you know, it was a lot of, you know, just kind of refining what he kind of wanted to do in his vision. And I actually think that's pretty cool because, you know, it's awesome to have people in your life to kind of help you and guide you, but it's also really great to know what you want to achieve and accomplish in your life and what kind of vibe you want to set and tone you want to set for your future record. So, you know, I will say that this season, I just said, whatever you do, you know, I want you to go for those big notes at certain moments and, you know, be impressive because it's a vocal competition, and also show your artistry. So, but I don't know about everybody else, but I feel like this season, they've had a lot of the reins, like when it comes to, you know, song selection and even in rehearsals, like there's, you know, been a little time here and there. So, you know, it's been up to them. And you know what, in fairness to all the artists, everybody was amazing tonight. Everybody did such a great job. So everybody knows what they want to accomplish and do. I think it makes for a really great intimate season.
Yeah, I'll jump in and just say, you know, as far as the whole scope of the season goes, I thought it was amazing that these artists got to pick a lot of their song choices themselves, and you know, whatever influence we as the coaches had on the few that we picked, I think it was all with a pretty deep understanding of who we were working with and what they wanted to say. And I think it's on us first to do our research a little bit and get to know them, get to understand, you know, what sits well in their voices, and then how to, you know, show the world what they can do through these song choices. And then when you talk about the finale, you know, we introduced this really cool aspect of the original song. And I think that was really special to get to see each of these artists performing either a song they've written or an original song that they're performing for the first time, that they're connected to in some way. And it just further shows that each one of these people, these artists, is a true artist, real performer, and a storyteller. And, you know, beyond just great vocal execution, you get to see a look into what their career as an artist moving forward after this show might look like, and was so inspiring to me. Each one of the artists, I thought, nailed it. And then their cover songs were also phenomenal. So it was really a special night, and I loved introducing that, you know, that original song aspect today, because I just got to see even a little bit more than what I've seen so far.
I'm Blake, you have too.
I'm sorry.
Blake?
Yeah, what did you say?
You have two artists. How did you work with them, especially for the finale?
Well, I got to say that, because it was a shortened season and was going to be, whether this pandemic happened or not, because of I think, was it the Olympics? It was going to be a shorter season anyway. But I think because of that, we only just hit our stride this week, which happened to be the finale. You kind of, test the waters and try some different things. And I feel like this was our, what probably would have been, I don't know, midway through the lives in a regular season. I felt like this week we're really starting to hit our stride, which is, by the way, perfect timing, I guess. So I didn't do anything really different. We're just, I think every week that goes by, you kind of hone in a little bit more on what, these artists are great at. And then they start figuring out, who they are and what they want to say and how they want to sound. And so for my team, I just feel like it just kind of naturally all came together this week. That's why we're the best.
Thank you very much, and I can't wait to see it.
My question's for John. John, this is Madeline. It has been incredible.
From South Carolina.
Yes, absolutely. No, and we have just been so proud, so excited to watch Cam grow. We wore those crazy T-shirts today on air, so that was fun. Yes, no, I know. It was so great. So my question is, and you guys touched on this a little, America's voting tonight. How important is song choice, kind of overall, but especially as the last song of the season? And, what parting words of wisdom did you have for Cam before he performed?
Well, part of it's song choice, and we talked about why that's important, but it's also about how you deliver. You have to deliver it in a way where you make it clear that you're putting all of your heart into that moment. And America wants to see that, for them to feel the urgency to pick up their phones and vote for you. And so it's not just about the song, but it's about the urgency with which you deliver that song. So it feels like you have to be the winner. And I think, honestly, all 5 of our artists gave us both great song choices and great delivery today, where you really felt like they belonged in that moment. And it was really powerful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. Best of luck tonight. I'm rooting for you all, but really for John.
Go Cam West.
This question's for Nick. Nick, your first season's coming to an end. What did you learn, and was there any hazing or initiating from any of the other coaches?
Well, I think it's a kind of a strange answer, but the weird thing is I learned how to set up lights, which has been unique, and how to join a bunch of Zoom calls with my team.
We were all
at the beginning I wouldn't say hazed, but the first day I thought, man, this is really easy. This is a good group. They're breaking it in nice and easy, and there's no jabs being thrown. And then by day 2, it seemed they took off the gloves and went to town on me, and it was I think a quick learning curve, and I tried to apply all my experiences with my brothers and being picked on by them, being picked on by the 3 of these people. But all in all, it's been a really fun season, and I feel really connected to each one of these coaches, and to Carson and all the contestants. Even though we've been thousands of miles away from each other doing this remote, it's been really special, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to have done the show, especially on a season that's been as unique and wild as this one has been.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for your time today. Hi. So this question is for all of the coaches. What's the biggest thing about each of your artists that makes him or her unique?
Well, Cal start. Micah is definitely in a lane all his own. I mean, he's very pop, but has kind of an alt indie kind of pop vibe to him, and nobody has that sound going right now in the finale. I think everyone, and we've been texting during the show on a group text, like everyone's really great. It's a different level of great too, because you not only get to hear their voices, but you get a level of intimacy with their families. Usually when you watch their videos, you don't actually get to be in it with them and be strong. So it's been really cool for everyone. But I definitely Mike comes out in the sense that his genre is very different from
I think Cam West's main distinction is that tone of his. I think he just got such a smooth tone. I call it honey butter. I've said it enough times now, but it really is true. That tone is just really special, and it just sounds so warm and round. And any song he sings, he puts a certain amount of soul into it that is really great.
I think that Thunderstorm, you know, from the very beginning, during his blind auditions, blew each of us away. And from there, I think he's come into his own, and his confidence is really showing now. And, you know, I think he combines kind of a lot of different influences, and you get this really unique sound that is so distinct for him and so clearly Thunderstorm in a way. You know, Ryan Tedder mentioned it in the work session tonight's episode, which is some of that Ray LaMontagne. You know, he's got some Leon Bridges in there at times, a little John Legend even, you know, there's some really cool sounds, and he finds a way to kind of blend them all together and do something where you know from the minute you hear it that it's his voice. And his original song, Sedona, when I first heard it, I was just struck because I feel like he was able to connect a really sort of internal emotional thought to a song in the way that someone that's been writing for, you know, a long time is able to do. But that takes real talent. It's a real gift to be able to tell a story like that, and to be, you know, as young as he is and be able to craft such a beautiful song, I think is a testament to, you know, how much he's going to continue to grow and how incredible his artistry will be to watch.
And I would say with Thunderstorm today, I thought his original song was even better than What a Wonderful World. And What a Wonderful World is such a classic forever song. But I thought, not to say that his song is a better song, but his performance of it was just really magical, and it felt so heartfelt and so perfect for the moment.
That's so funny because Cam West, I was vibing with that one. That was a great song.
Yeah, I loved Cam West's original song too.
Yeah. Blake, or any input? Or
I thought I went first. Did I not?
No, not in this question.
Have another.
Well, that's a little tougher for me because, you know, I literally have twice as many people on my team as these other coaches. It's like I just, you know.
Amazing.
So I guess the thing that I think is different, if I remember the question about my team members, they're these. Neither one of them are kids, and the fact that they are able to have stay, you know, kind of hidden and off the radar all these years when they have so much talent, I think that's kind of working in their favor in the eyes of the viewers of this show. They see Todd and Tonisha, and I think there's part of their story being that maybe this moment means more to those two than maybe a super young person trying out for the show, as far as, you know, they've waited a long time for this. So maybe that's what's different about them. But, you know, it's like I say, it's harder because I have so many people still on my team. And tomorrow's the last night of the show, so I would have to really take time and one by one, where it's easy for the other three coaches.
Thanks, you guys.
Hi, guys. Thanks so much for taking time to do this. Congratulations on an amazing season. You all have done so well, and you guys have had all this fun together despite the challenges. You know, the coaches for next season have not been announced yet. So what are you willing to do to hold on to that red chair?
Well, luckily, I was sent one. Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
I was sent one.
I'm not sure that I'm on this next season, so I don't know.
Okay. No, I think that's the thing about this show. And the one thing I will say that has been a bummer, and I feel is a bummer, especially for Nick, this being his first season, is there's a lot of fun in the lives when the energy is there and you're all in the room together, and you know, and just that kind of camaraderie kind of comes across not only on camera but with us, and it helps us have a good time. So, you know, no matter who's sitting in the chairs, I will say all the rest of it can get done, you know, because it's a vocal show, but the one thing that was missing, I feel, it's just being there, like all in the same, you know, feeling the same energy. So, you know, that's the only thing I feel, especially, I mean, Nick, you know, you're probably gonna say, well, I don't know the difference, but there's a difference, and I kind of, you know, I'm a little bummed for him in that sense that he didn't get to feel that, you know, with us, but that's not to say he won't.
Now that you guys have all kind of mastered this working from home life, would you prefer to coach future seasons from home, or you miss the stage?
That's a question for Blake, and we know it.
Well, let me just say that, you know, ever since Nick Jonas has joined this show, it hasn't been the same. Let's just face it. We can't even be in the same room as that guy. I mean, look, it is what it is, you know. So if he comes back, maybe we'll all have to do it from our homes again, which is fine with me. Having said that, maybe that's your invitation, Nick. You should come back.
Or you could always offer you and Gwen as a package deal again too.
Oh, I like that, a little love seat chair. Yeah.
They have a love seat.
Hey all, thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us. My question is for Carson. Carson, I'm wondering, how do you think the energy will be different tomorrow when you get ready to announce the season's winner?
Wow. Well, considering I'll be announcing it alone in a pool house, literally.
Sold all over again.
Yeah. So it'll be much different experience than normal. Obviously, we you know, we have one of the biggest productions in television, and our winning moment is a lot of fanfare and a lot of pyro and a lot of confetti. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think it doesn't really matter like how much stuff we blow up. It's really about, you know, we have 5 great finalists, and winning the show really is life-changing. And so I think watching the excitement of one of these 5 finalists and their families, you know, jump up and down and be excited is really the only winning moment that matters. So we'll have the heart of it tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, the cool part is they all are home, and they get to be surrounded by a bunch of people they love, that all of whom may not have been able to come to LA with them. So that is really a new thing that's really cool for them, is they really get to be surrounded by their families.
I never thought of that. That's awesome.
I'm just curious, are they going to actually send me the trophy though when I win, or will I have to wait for a while?
That's a good question.
It'll magically appear in your living room as soon as the
Magically
winner's
appear.
announced. Yeah.
I'll have it sent. It's my show, Nick. I'll have it sent to you.
He makes them in Oklahoma.
Got it.
Thank you, John, for the question.
Thank you, Carson, and thanks everyone for joining us today. As a reminder, The Voice airs tonight at 8/7 Central, and the winner will be revealed tomorrow night at 9/8 Central on NBC.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Okay, bye guys.